Test, test, test. How we sounding? How we sounding? Let me know how we sounding, y'all. Test, test, test. All right, we're sounding good. What's going on, y'all? It is Friday, August 9th. I'm gonna wait for some more people to hop up in here. Then we're gonna start breaking some things down. What's going on, Mr. Nobody? I see you up in here. Got a couple setups we're looking at right now. We're gonna break those down in a second. But like always, you guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We'll look at any charts. Drop them in the chat. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So, like I talked about in the free Telegram yesterday, we took a loss yesterday. As you can see with the charts, all the charts are retracing. Like I was talking about, we got kind of retracements. We look at how this week started, which is right here, and we see how the week's ending, price retracing. We kind of see some of the thing happening with majority of these charts where they was going one direction at the beginning of the week, and now they're retracing / reversing towards the end of the week. Nothing we can really do about that. Right, so now I'm about to see if they're about to hold these next levels or if we're going to see a reversal come into play. But literally, these aren't the same charts. There's literally different pairs, but you see all these pairs doing damn near the same exact thing, except the ones we're looking at right now, which is GN and GA. But besides GN and GA, everything else is kind of reversing right now. So we're going to be looking for GA and GN sells. We're going to be breaking down, looking for those setup set, all that good stuff. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts. Drop them in the chat. But we're 2-1 this week, so we're still up for this week. We're going to see if we can catch another setup or two before the week's over. We're also going to be watching gold for a potential buy setup as well. Just dropped a new video the other day. Make sure to check that out. I'm about to drop that link in the chat. Playlists are up to date. Everything's up to date. Make sure to like the live as you hop up in here. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. We're almost at 2,700 subscribers. We can get to that easily. So right now we're watching GA for sales. We caught a few nice GA sales earlier this week. We're just continuing the bearish momentum, right? And if y'all check out the Sunday chart analysis, a lot of charts ended up going as projected. Some are reversing right now, even though it is Friday. Still check it out. It's not that long of a video. It's like 4 or 5 minutes long to see what price was looking like at the beginning of the week, my projections, and see how price is ending this week. Obviously, Friday is not completely over yet, but still make sure to check that out first, link in the description. So if GA can break the support level tree as resistance at 93.25, we can look for continued sales going down to 92.75 and possibly down to 92.25. And then with GA, it did a nice little drop last night, but now it's just kind of chilling in between these ranges. I should say. So we're either going to wait for a retest and see if it can continue to hold 12.20 as resistance, or if it can break and hold 11.10 as resistance, then we can look for continued sales going down to 10.20 and possibly down to 9.35. Those are the two pairs we're looking at right now. We're also looking at possible buys of gold. But still got a little bit of work to do. I got my trade idea here though, and I got my alert ready. So gold can break and hold 24.26 as support. We can look for buys going to 24.46, possibly up to 24.68. Right now, we're going to be keeping an eye on GA since it's the closest to the level. And again, we're not just staying the charts, watch and pay attention to how price is reacting and not reacting to these levels. Right? There's a reason why we trade on and off these levels. New 5 minutes about to pop up. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. Want any charts? Drop them in the chat. But we're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. As far as news today, again, it hasn't been that much news at all this week. As far as today, we have nothing but Canadian news at 8:30. So again, we're just simply waiting for volume to kick in and our confirmation to be met. Those that's been following and been in the lives all week, y'all know that's been kind of a wonky week. Prices going one way, then retracing the rest of the day, vice versa. But we got a couple we're all looking at. We're about to see if gold can break and hold this level by support. We can hold 24.26 as support. We can look for buys going to 24.46. So we're about to see if we can break this level right here. New 15 is about to pop up. Again, as we've been watching, nothing's been happening right now. So we're just still chilling, waiting. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered anything yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join a free signal or free telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. We're about to pull up the telegram in a second. Just dropped a new video for y'all the other day. Make sure to check that out if y'all haven't already. And again, while we're watching the charts, explore the playlist. There's 4 different playlists for y'all. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, _playmakerway_. Now, if you hit that first link in the description, you'll see how we're doing so far this week. We're 2-1 this week. Didn't take a trade Monday, took a win Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we took the first loss of the week yesterday. Because again, like we went over at the beginning of the live stream, majority of the charts right now are retracing and canceling out the moves that they did at the beginning of this week. Right, you can see here, this is what Monday was looking like with NAS, clear downtrend, boom, did a huge move to the downside, rejected, and started and closed where it began. Then we see Tuesday and Wednesday, price kept on wicking and shooting up and trying to push down. And we see yesterday, again, huge cancellation of the move that took place the past 3 days. We look at gold, kind of the same situation. Start off shooting to the downside, struggle to break these levels, and then again yesterday, big candlestick shooting to the upside, reversing. And we see with GU, same thing. Again, you see price was pushing down the past 3 days, and then yesterday price retraced and rejected this level. We go to GJ, same thing, right? That's why I always be telling y'all, there's little rules and script price follows, not just randomly doing, just forming candlesticks, right? So make sure, if y'all haven't already, to check out the day trading tips playlist. I got a bunch of videos going over how to read the charts, how to identify trends, reversals, my trading plan, support, resistance, price action, all that good stuff. So right now we're looking at possible gold buys right now. That's a closer thing to our levels. As far as how we did last week, went 2-1 last week as well. And if you go to August 1st, you'll see how we ended July. We ended July 16.5, giving us a 76% win rate. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of July. All right, everything is dated, timed, and documented. At the beginning of every week, we drop the Sunday chart analysis. We drop one this week as well, so make sure to check out this week's Sunday chart analysis. Again, it doesn't just go over what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but it goes over what we see price doing throughout the entire week. And then if you scroll to, I believe, July 2nd, you'll see how we ended last quarter. April, we went 16-4, catching 69,396 pips. May, we went 15-4, catching 47,957. And then June, we went 13-3, catching 1,006 pips. Ended the quarter 44-11, doing us an 80% win rate, catching a total of 118,359 pips. Make sure to explore the channel, check that out. If you go to photos, there's over 1,000 photos of receipts and receipts and receipts, over 2 years worth of photos, screenshots of positions, screenshots of entries, student results, testimonials, all that good stuff. So make sure to check all that out. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at charts, drop them in the chat. But again, we're just waiting for volume right now. Nothing we can really do about that. We don't control the market. So just because we want price to do something doesn't mean it's going to do it. We have to be early and wait for price to meet our confirmations. To try to be early to the party than late to the party. How long do I stream for? For about an hour. I don't be streaming for that long like these other channels. I just literally just go on and stream mainly to answer questions, show you what I'm looking at, and then sometimes if volume is here, we enter trades. Like for example, Tuesday we entered a trade during the live stream, and then the trade we took Wednesday was about like an hour after the stream. Chart started to go as projected. But I don't really be on the computer like that. Like y'all see a lot of videos where people make it seem like you're gonna be on the computer all day, or you're staring at the computer all day for a setup, or those videos, those corny videos where they got like 4 screens, and it's not that serious. So literally, if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't really be at my computer. Like the only time I'm at my computer is when I'm doing my initial analysis, and then when I'm marking off my levels. After that, I got TradingView on my phone and I'm doing whatever, right? I could be working out, I could be eating, I could be out and about, I could be in bed chilling, I could be playing video games, watching anime, watching Netflix. I don't be on the computer like that. So I stream for about an hour, sometimes longer, depending on if chat's active. There's a lot of questions, but I won't be on for much longer. But yeah, I don't be on stream like that. So you look at all my streams, I'm just live for about an hour. That's pretty much it. And that's just to give people my projections, answer questions, and I get to it. And as of right now, volume is dead, so it's like nothing's really going on anyways right now. These might pick up in the next hour, but like I said, it's been a little bit of a weird week. Hasn't been that many high impact news events, especially during New York session. And then again, like we've been talking about all week in the beginning of this live stream, price has been doing a bunch of big moves one way and then reversing the rest of the day. And we've been seeing that all week. So it's been a really wonky week this week. But we're still up this week. But again, there's no news today. So simply just waiting for volume to kick in, because volume is what helps us break these levels, to help price. There's a lack of volume. Like you can see here, price just chills at levels or rejects levels, right? But when there is volume, that's what helps us break through these levels when there's volume, right? Do I always trade London session? Yeah, I trade all sessions. And by trade all sessions, that doesn't mean that I'm taking trades every session. I'm on the charts every session. If I see a setup, I take it. So I take trades during Tokyo session, London session, as well as New York session. But I'm always live London session. And then I go live at least twice a week. This week's just gonna be 1 week because again, it's not a lot of news this week. But on normal weeks, I go live additional 2 times during New York session during high impact news events with the members. We go live every day, London session 3 a.m. EST. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Was it yesterday? Might have been Wednesday because it's Friday now. I just dropped a video for y'all Wednesday, I believe. So make sure to check that out, y'all, if you haven't already. The new hour popped up. Yeah, so we're gonna see what this next hour goes into. And again, price dead. It might try to pick up at the beginning of New York session, but again, we can see price has just been chilling for the most part with a lot of these charts. Or just retracing like all night, right? Like we see price has been dead all night with a lot of these charts. The only one that's kind of had some action was GN and GA, but GN is just retracing still. So if GN can continue to hold as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 1120. And if it can break 1120, we can see continued sales going to 1025. And then with GA, if it can break and hold 93.25 as resistance, we can look for sales going to 92.80, possibly down to 92.25. And then with gold, we're going to be looking for buys. If it can break and hold 24.26 as support, we can look for buys going to 24.46 and possibly 24.70. I'm more of a swing trader. Everybody on YouTube that streams seems to be scalpers. I day trade, and they sometimes turn to swing trades. I don't really scalp. I don't really scalp. Um, I don't scalp like that. I'm a day trader, and then depending on the flow and if price keeps on going, I swing trade as well. And by swing trade, that means I just continue to hold the position that was initially a day trade, and I might scale and add more positions. So let me show you a few examples of that if I can find some really quick. These I think I got whipped out. No, I scaled these two in. So this was a trade. This was Tuesday going into Wednesday where I scaled two positions in, but I got wicked out and then I re-entered, right? So I'm all about, again, I go with the price and I always tell people to not let winners turn to losers. So but I mostly day trade. Let me try to find some more examples of sometimes trades that I've scaled into actually I'm try to scale into show a few examples. But yeah, I don't scalp at all. Now, some trades might turn into technically scalps. Like there are sometimes where I'll take a position and TPs will get hit within an hour. But most of the trades I go for what I see price doing for the day, which is why when all TPs do get hit, we catch the entire daily candlestick. Go to the left. Here's a couple trades where I was scaling in positions. This is a Friday trade, scaled it into Monday. Wednesday trade, scaling into Thursday. But again, when we go into the bigger time frames, you can see all the flow of price. So we had this downtrend, and then when the reversal came in, after the downtrend ended, the reversal came in, we caught the beginning of the uptrend, and we rode the wave all the way up. And as you can see, we're on the daily time frame, so you can see we're catching the majority of, if not the entire, the price did for the day when we catch these moves, right? And again, this works on all charts, works on crypto, indices, gold, forex pairs, obviously. But I do the same thing. I did the same thing with gold here this 1 week to scale positions. But again, I would go with the flow of price. I don't really scalp like that. Like here's another one I turned into a swing trade held this Thursday to Friday. But as you see, the only time it really turns into a swing trade is when price continues to push up or down, depending on the trend we're in. Because again, when you're going with the flow of price on a bigger time frame, if we're in an uptrend and you're going for buys, the price is continuing to push up, and you go for a buy in the uptrend or sells in the downtrend, and you catch the beginning of the higher high or the beginning of the lower low, you can scale into positions, right? So the GA, same thing here. We was catching sales, price consolidated for 2 weeks. As soon as the reversal started, we caught the first move up to the uptrend. Again, you can see we caught the entire move for the day here. We're on the daily time frame. And then we had the same thing happen last month, right? Price was consolidating. As soon as price broke this consolidation, we caught the beginning of the reversal, caught the first higher high, again, the daily time frame, caught all these pips for the day. And then we caught the second higher high going up. And then when price reversed, we caught the sales going down. But again, this week price has been like playing ring around the rosy. So that wick was us catching that move and the price rejecting. We're about to see if gold can break and hold this level here. But yeah, if you hit the first link in the description, you can see how we do on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. We're 2-1 so far this week. Didn't take a trade Monday, took a win Tuesday and Wednesday, and we took our first loss of the week yesterday. As far as how we ended last month, if you go to August 1st, you'll see how we ended July. We went 16-5 July, getting a 76% win rate. And then if you go to, and again, as you say, everything's dated, documented, timed. And then if you go to July 1st, you'll see how we ended June. And if you go to July 2nd, you can see how we ended last quarter. 44-11 gives 80% win rate. And if you go to photos, you can see a bunch of receipts and testimonials. And if you go and follow me on Instagram and go to my first highlights on my Instagram titled testimonials, you can see there and on Telegram 2 years worth of receipts. So make sure to check all that stuff out. But yeah, we're about to end this live in a second. If you guys want to contact me directly or have any other questions, you can DM me on Telegram or Instagram. Instagram is playmaker_way. I respond to all messages. Members, be on the lookout for the New York price watch list in a couple hours. I'm still gonna be on the charts, but again, like I said, I don't be on the computer like this. I just be on the computer. I have meetings, making videos, or when I'm doing these streams. So I want to see if gold can hold that level. And then we're also going to be still keeping an eye on GA to see if we can catch some continued sales with GA. But again, we're just waiting for volume to kick in because as you can see, since this drop Tokyo session Wednesday, we see what price did London session, New York session yesterday, and what it did last night during Tokyo session, which is not a damn thing, right? So we're waiting for volume to kick in, see if we can break this next level and continue the downtrend. All right, because we have the reversal and we're bearish now, so we just need to break this main level right here. Let me see. For a relative beginner like me, is there a currency pair index that you would recommend to laser in on more than one or two charts? I get overwhelmed. This seems. You said more than one or two charts, and I get overwhelmed. This seems. So yeah, I always say focus on one or two. Now I tell people to look at more than one or two, but in the beginning, just focus on one or two. Because like you said, it can be overwhelming. Because again, when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, price moves the same way on all charts. And by the same way, I don't mean like if one chart's going up, they're all going up. I'm talking about they all have the same characteristics. They all move the same way. They be in uptrends, downtrends, consolidation. They all get affected by their respective pairs when there's news events. They all have days when there's low volume. They all respect support resistance levels, things like that. But they all also have their own like characteristics and behavior. So one pair I'd say pay attention and watch, and that's kind of easy to trade, is GJ and GU. Those are very simple ones to trade. And for the most part, they do have a lot of good moves and they move pretty decently. So GU and GJ are good ones to pay attention to. But once you really understand how the charts work, I always tell people to have at least 4 charts you're looking at. That doesn't mean you're taking 4 trades a day, but you want to have at least 4 charts you're looking at. Because again, as we all know, there's always going to be a time where even your favorite chart, your favorite pair, is not going to have any good setups, where it's going to be dead and have a low volume. So I always recommend to look at least one indice, depending on your account size, like the US30 NAS, SPX, right? Those that's outside the US, USDX, STRC30, those are good as well. And then you want to look at gold. Gold's always good, but I know some people in the US, unless you have funded accounts, you can't trade gold, so just don't worry about that. And you want to look at least 2 currency pairs. That way, if one chart's not looking like it has a good setup, you can simply look at another chart, and there's bound to be one out of those 4 charts that's going to have a good setup or something you like. But I'd start off with GU and GJ because you can trade those with any account size, and they have pretty good moves they do and make. But if you're getting overwhelmed with the charts, it's most likely because, I could be wrong, but you just don't truly understand how price and the charts work. So I'd recommend checking out my day trading tips playlist. I have a bunch of videos going over how to read the charts, how support resistance works, things like that. I'll drop a video on the chat right now. But you need to, before you start trading, especially if you're brand new to trading, the last thing you need to do is sign up with a broker, put money in and start doing trades. Like, you need to first learn and understand how the charts work. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but it is what it is. It's fact. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. You need to know how the charts work. Because you make money based off the charts, and you lose money based off the charts. You enter trades based off the charts, right? If you don't understand how the charts work, you're going to be also confused because of the charts. So let me see if I can find this video. What's this one? Here it is. If y'all got questions, drop them in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. I got y'all. What else we got up in here? No problem, Brandon. I got you. What's going on, Harvest? How quick does the Serum get the alert from when you enter the trade? They get it immediately, right? After I enter the trade, like what I do is literally, if I'm looking at a setup like gold right now, already for the most part, unless I'm just looking at the setup and I'm just liking it, I already have ahead of time the entry and the SL in place. And if I don't already have the TPs typed up, I put the entry SL and then I write the TPs after I send the signal. So literally as soon as I enter a trade, I send the signal out. Yeah, so as soon as I enter the trade, I send the signal out. So I can show a few examples. Again, these are old trades. Do not take these setups. These are old trades. Do not take these setups. All right. I don't need nobody DMing me saying you showed this on your screen and now I'm in drawdown. So I said it twice. All right. So nobody take these setups. So I can show you a few examples. Let me see here. 7. So you see this trade right here, 430 going into 445. This wick right here. So we're on a small. We need to go on a smaller time frame so we can make it a little bit simpler. All right, so we see this is 430 candlestick. This is the 440. That's 435. See this is 440, 450, right? So and then we're gonna pull up this one as well. What date was this? This was the 6th. This was the 6th. So you see this is Tuesday the 6th. Again, these are old trades. So you see this GU trade. This is the one we took and broke down during the London session live on August the 6th. So you watch that live stream, you'll see us taking this trade, breaking down this trade, as well as seeing some TPs get hit. So you see the entry SL, you see the TPs, you see the time 3:01 a.m. You go right here, you see it's the 6th, you see we're on GU, and you see right here, this was 2:30, this was 3 o'clock. So again, before the move even took place, as soon as I entered the trade, that's when I call the trade. And then price, started to do his thing. Now, granted, when I call a signal, what I'm saying, the reason why I put my entries is because, as we all know, price isn't going to pull out a chair and be like, hold on, wait, just call the signal. Let's wait a second so the other members can jump in. But that's why I always put my entry so you know where I entered that. So you can look at the chart and see, is it far from my entry? Is it at TP1 already? Or should I wait for retracement, then enter, or is it okay to enter? You get what I'm saying? We go to this one right here. Where is it? July. Here we go. This trade right here. August 1st. Was this 403? You see this was at 4 o'clock right here at the price pivoted. So when this candle, let's move this up the way. So when this candlestick started, it was at 4 o'clock. Right? We see it here, August 1st, GU 403, called the signal. So It's real time. Everything's real time. Everything's real time. Right. And again, I don't just call the signals. Most of the signals, not only do we talk about and break down during the Sunday chart analysis, but we talk about and break down during the London session lives, if not also interim during the London session lives. But again, all the trades we take, we look for during the London session lives like today. And if they don't come into play before I end the stream, we enter them later on that day. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go to, what was it, Wednesday stream this week, we was looking at the GA setup, right? But the GA setup didn't come into play until about an hour and a half, about an hour and 47 minutes so after the live stream. But if y'all go to the August 7th stream, you'll see that we was looking for the GA setup. We broke down where we would look for sales at, the price points, and we entered it. Again, it just didn't happen at that moment because, again, we don't control price. We don't control the markets, right? And again, I don't just take the trades, send the signals out, also drop every day a New York price watch list, which goes over not just the trades we took during London session, but also trades that we took in during Tokyo session, and as well as possible setups going into New York. I go over the news. I go over where we can see price continue to go in the trades we're in, as well as other setups we can look for going into New York session. It's similar to the Sunday chart analysis I drop at the beginning of the week in the free Telegram, but it's a daily thing and it's more focused on, instead of what I see going on, what my projections are for the week, I tell you what I see and what I'm looking for every day on a daily basis. You get what I'm saying? What else we got up here? No problem. All right, no problem. Yeah, we're about to end this live, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been in the live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been in the live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join that free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we ended last month and last quarter. Hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Again, make sure to catch up on the content. I drop weekly videos, so make sure to check out the playlist. I got 4 playlists. The crypto playlist, we do weekly Bitcoin analysis at the beginning of the week. Then we have a day trading playlist with over 60 videos of back-to-back trade breakdowns, different buy setups, different sell setups, all the setups and trades are trades I personally took as well as sent to the members. I explain from start to finish why we went for buys, why we went for sells, all that good stuff. Literally start to finish, I break those trades down. Then I got a playlist with another 60 plus videos called Day Trading Tips, where I go over how to read the charts, trading plans, trading psychology, risk reward, all that good stuff. Then I got the last playlist, How to Trade News, because I'm a firm believer in not being scared of news days. We make a lot of money in most news days. And again, it's not just random stuff. It's not scary. Things that are scary are things you just don't understand or you think are dangerous, right? But if you actually understand how the charts work, you'll realize that, the news is pretty simple to predict. And y'all been watching, y'all see that we do that not only at the beginning of the week on Sundays, but we also do that during the London session live streams. And then members, as y'all know, also in the advanced play signal, we go live at least twice a week. It's going to be once this week because there's just a lack of news. But we also go live twice a week with the members during the New York news sessions, where we literally watch the news take place. We break down, give our projections before the news. We break down the trades we took. So when y'all join, y'all have literally access to all the past news lives as well as all the past, New York price watch lists, all that stuff. So all the ones that are like 15, 20 plus minutes, those are the lives we went live during the news events. So we do that every week as well. And then we have the student member group chat. We got pinned messages, like you see that count size key. So again, it's called the advanced play signal for a reason. Like I make it super, super, super simple to not just trade, but grow your account effectively and be smart with your setups. All right, y'all. So make sure to enjoy y'all's weekend. Again, we're just waiting for volume. Stay on, not just to answer questions, of course, but because gold looks like it's about to try to break this level. But again, we can see that literally for the whole hour we've been live, price has been kissing this level, but struggling to break and hold this level. So we're going to see what happens this next hour or so. How long have I been trading for? Time's been flying. So I've been Profitable for shit. It's a new year. Maybe I have to really look at. Okay, let's do the math. What's 2024? So I've been profitable for 3 years going on 4 or 2 going on 3. I can't remember. I found out about day trading towards the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020. And then I wasted like a year and a half or 2 years just doing dumb stuff. When I finally started to take it serious and really try to figure things out, I believe that was like 2021 or 2022 when I started to be consistently profitable. And then like a few months after I started being consistently profitable, that's when I started the playbook. Because again, you know how the algorithm works. I kept on getting pushed videos on day trading, and as y'all know, a lot of people just be up here just talking nonsense. So when I used to see a bunch of BS on the internet, I used to be like, bro, why are you lying to these people? And again, the ignorant don't know these people are lying to them because they're just mesmerized by, rented cars and houses and shit. So they don't really understand the science behind it. So, they're like, oh, you're just hating, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, you know what? Let me start my own page and show you how it really works. So it was like maybe 3 or 4 months after I really started becoming profitable, started passing profit from challenges. I started the playbook. And y'all can kind of see the elevation and the progress if y'all go to the free Telegram. Click this pinned message. Again, this is old. This is not what the price is anymore. Only reason why I didn't change this pinned message is because it makes it easier for Telegram to load and bring you up to when we first started the playbook. But we started the playbook in May 2022. So we've been doing this thing for about 2 years now. So that's why I was saying it's 2024. So it's going to be maybe 2 going on 3 or 3 going on 4. I'm terrible with time. But I found out about day trading like towards the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. And again, you can see that we've been doing this for 2 years consistently, calling trades, breaking down things, making money, high win rates. We average high 80, high 90% win rates on a monthly and quarterly basis. So yeah, make sure to explore the channel and check all that stuff out. And again, if you go to photos, you can also see 2 years worth of photos, 2 years worth of receipts. Like we can just scroll. Just the scroll thing. I'm trying to make my life easier. Where is it at? Right, we can go all the way down to 2022. Let this load. We're all the way in 2022, and you can see the only thing that changed is the day in the day in the year. But you can see we've been catching huge moves live for literally 2 years straight. Like these ain't no baby moves right here. These are real moves right here. All right, we've been doing this for a minute now. All right, and you also can see some student results, testimonials. Again, this was 2 years ago. Someone sent me a screenshot in the group chat saying this is from the EU trade I called. $1,000 that day. You can see some more student results, testimonials. Someone up $300. So yeah, man, make sure to explore the channel and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna see if volume kicks in because volume is just dead right now. I always trying to make me send emojis. What else we got up in here? Have I had a negative month since the start of the playbook? No. Nope. Never. Never. But you can just go up the list too. So this is how we ended July, 16-5, 76% win rate. This is how we ended April, May, and June. April 16-4, 69,396 pips. May 15-4, 47,957. June 13-3, 1,006 pips. Right, June 13 and 3. We're going to scroll up to, trying to find the next recap. I messed up the, here we go. 16 and 4. Whoops. And we can literally go up to the beginning of the year, 15 and 4. This is how we ended quarter one and how we ended the beginning or started the beginning of the year. January, we went 20 and 0, took 0 losses January. February, 17 and 1. March, 16 and 3. It was 93% win rate for that quarter. All right. This is how we ended last year, quarter four, October, November, December. October 32 and 5, November 22 and 1, December 22 and 1. Right. Let me see if I can find the next thing. This is how we ended. What was this? This might have been September. I can't tell. This might have been September. Went 27 and 4. Yeah, this was September. Went 27 and 4. And yeah, y'all, we can just go up the list. This is how we ended the month before, 45 and 7. All right. And as you can tell, I got a lot better at like doing the chain this year. I was kind of all over the place last year, but you improve as the days and years go by. That's what's supposed to happen. 34 and 3. That's how we ended July. Let me see if I can find the next recap. But yeah, you just go up the list. You won't see a negative win rate month. We might have had like maybe 1 or 2 weeks negative, but as far as a month, we never ended the month negative. Appreciate it. And again, and this didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of time and effort. And everything I teach, I had to learn the hard way, aka by myself. I literally had to make all the mistakes, learn from the lessons, come up with all these rules, and it paid off, right? And all the money I did lose in the beginning, I've definitely made that back and some more. You get what I'm saying? But you're going to make mistakes, but the most important thing is to understand, identify the mistake, and find a solution to stop making that mistake. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Make sure I didn't miss any comments. I think we're all caught up. All right, y'all, but enjoy y'all's weekend. Make sure to not waste the weekend because the weekend, literally the markets are closed 6 o'clock EST today. Then they're closed Saturday, obviously, and they open back up 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock Sunday. So that's not a long time to do y'all's trades this week. Revise y'all's trading plan. Catch us to the videos on YouTube. Check out the playlist. And yeah, we're going to be back at the same time next week, Monday, London session, 3 a.m. EST.